I'm really excited to be here. We have something really special to share with you today. In total, between iMac and PowerBook lines, we have sold over 3 million units this year. Okay, that's it. Well, maybe there's one more thing. I'm about to show you something that's amazing. Something that no one else in the world has seen yet. Now, Johnny, myself, and a small team have been working really hard on a secret project, which is something I've been known to do from time to time. The device I'm about to introduce to you is going to revolutionize an entire industry. It's a music playing device. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Because what it represents is as important as what it is. It's a tool for the heart. And when you can touch someone's heart, that's limitless. If I do say so myself, it's insanely cool. It's a music player. It's 1,000 songs in your pocket. I'd like to introduce you to the iPod.
Now I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come.
Jobs, get up, man. Wake up.
It could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world at one. And I believe it could be someday it's going to come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides the peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Now I've been smiling lately.
Steve.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, are you reading Beer now?
It's amazing.
I'm reading that right now. It's unbelievable.
Next level. Hey, speaking of beer, what happened to you last night? Where'd you go?
I had to study. I know.
Yeah, I'm not dismissing the value of higher education. I'm simply saying it comes at the expense of experience. The system can only produce a system. And I don't want to be a part of that, neither should you.
I agree with you. It takes balls to drop out like you did.
That's why you should.
I mean,
Steven, might I borrow you for a moment?
I'll see you later.
Thanks. I hope I'm not interrupting.
What about your classes?
I'm not a student anymore, Jack.
Well, you're here and you're learning. Sure sounds like a student to me.
Maybe you want me gone.
Why would I want you gone, Stephen? I'm glad that you're here, whether you're paying or not. Now, you know, you're always carrying this notebook around. You obviously fancy yourself as an artist. Why don't you sit in some design classes?
No. Well, I like the idea of art, the beauty, but only in the right context. It's not as a career. I don't have the necessary talents.
So aren't you interested in electronics? What about engineering? There's a growing market for qualified technicians. What about that?
I want to spend my parents' money to get a degree and become something as forgettable as an electrician.
Excuse me, what? A degree is a waste of time now, so?
Well, for some. For others, it offers validation, job security.
Stephen.
I'll see you around.
Stephen. To be continued.
Peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Oh, peace train sounding louder.
What are you working on?
Nothing, really. It's homework for calligraphy class.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, the teacher's this monk or something.
A monk?
Yeah. Robert Palladino. He's totally inspiring. My name's Julie.
Yes, it's the peace.
You leave?
Yeah, I have to go.
You want to hit?
Yes. Yes, I do. Can I take a couple?
Sure.
For my friends. Well, my friend. My girlfriend.
So beautiful. Like a window to the world.
What do you think it's like in space?
It's beyond understanding.
Yeah.
Who has a baby and then just throws it away like it's nothing?
Talking about your birth parents?
Oh, no. That's bad. It's making me really sad.
Sorry that my life is ruining your high.
It's okay.
I miss you when you're not around.
I love you, Steve.
I love you.
Space, the endless black deep. What was it that guru used to tell us?
There's no time to waste.
Did you hear that?
What?
There he goes again.
Calligraphy is the artful and visual expression of communication. Take Gehrman, for example, a typeface specifically designed to make the very act of reading more natural.
Computers are inherently designed to make your lives easier. Theoretically, there's no limit to what computers can do.
It is not who you were at birth that matters, but what you do with the time you are given. The moment of your death is fixed. Life is but a journey to serenity, to its completion.
Be as simple as you can be. You'll be astonished to see how uncomplicated and happy your life can become. I don't even know what I'm gonna do when I go back home. What about you? What are you gonna do when you get back to the valley?
Steve. Steve. You okay?
No. No, 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 it's still black and white. People want color.
Honk didn't have color.
So, let's do something better.
It can't do color.
Says who? Well, okay, you refuse to do anything that vaguely escapes your comfort zone.
You're not even my boss.
Well, I damn sure should be.
Hey, Jobs. What are you doing, Steve?
He's an idiot. You know, and half the people around here don't know how to design shit.
People are complaining about your behavior.
About what?
Yeah. And your odor. Are you showering like we discussed?
I'm wearing shoes. You asked me to wear shoes, and I've
That's
got
not
them on.
part of the deal, Steve. You gotta learn how to work well with other people.
I'm just trying to do it right,
I
Al.
know you are.
Then let me.
Listen, Steve, you're good. You're damn good. But you're an asshole.
Well, that.
Hey, let me finish. I want you here. I really do. Something's gotta change.
Give me my own project.
What?
Give me my own project. I'll do it on my own. And I'll make the best damn game that you have ever seen.
You're serious? Okay, Steve. I need someone to reprogram a troublesome game, but I'm on a tight deadline. So if you can deliver, we'll pay up to $5,000.
$5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as for your personal issues, I think we may have a solution.
Just too many circuits.
Was. Hey, Steve. Thanks for saving my ass.
Of course. We're friends. That's what friends do.
I just can't work for other people. I guess I need my independence. If that makes any sense.
Uh-huh. That makes perfect sense.
I'm sorry for ruining your Friday night.
Are you kidding me? This is great. I'd do this for free. I really would. But just out of curiosity, how much are we getting paid?
$700.
Some big bucks there.
Shit. This is good. Really good.
I know.
4 days? You aren't kidding around. I have to show it to Nolan, but this is good.
Was.
Hi.
Was.
Hi. Yeah, I'm in the living room.
Hey, good news.
Huh. Let me guess, your bosses like the video game.
They loved it.
Ooh. $350. That's not bad.
Not bad. It's great. What are you working on?
I'm writing jokes for my dial-a joke machine. I've got some really good, funny Polish jokes, which work because I'm Polish. Hang on, tell me what you think of this one. Ready?
What is long and hard that a Polish bride gets on her wedding night? A new last name.
That's hilarious.
It's pretty good, isn't it? What do you call a beautiful Polish girl? Lucky.
What's that?
Oh, that. Now that is gonna be cool. It's a computer terminal board I'm working on. Hooks up to the TV for the display.
Was it like a kit? What do you mean?
Well, the code is still buggy, but in theory, it'll display whatever you're working on, like,
Show me.
Show you. Okay.
I don't care if HP didn't like it. It matters.
Yeah, it's got potential.
No, the Sex Pistols had potential. This is the wheel. It's the Industrial Revolution. No more decks, no more mainframes. That changes everything.
It's pretty cool, I guess. Hi, Charlene.
Cool.
Hello.
It's profound. How could you not tell me about this before?
No, I was just working on it for my own. It was a hobby.
Exactly. For your own. For you. It's what you wanted. It's what your gut and your instinct wanted. Your big evolved brain wanted something that didn't exist, and so you just willed it into existence. What do you call the system?
The operating system.
The operating system. And
That's
it
what
just
I call
shows
it. Yeah, it's just a real-time display of current operations.
you can see what you're working on while you're working on it.
Okay.
Don't you
Steve,
get
look.
this? This is freedom. This is freedom to create and to do and to build and as artists, as individuals.
But look, you're overreacting. Even if you were developing this for freaks like us, and I doubt you are, nobody wants to buy a computer. Nobody.
How does somebody know what they want if they've never even seen it?
Huh?
We're going to homebrew.
No. Apps. I am not presenting anything at homebrew. No.
Why do people drive so slow?
Get out! Move! I'm telling you right now, I've been homebrew. I understand the caliber of people who speak there. I'm not one of those people.
I'm telling you, this thing is amazing. You're gonna be great, Woz.
Steve, could you do me a favor? Could you just please slow down a little bit so that I feel like there's a chance we might actually get there alive?
I want to get there first so we can present first.
You know, if we're gonna do this thing, we need to come up with a name. Something,
Yeah, I know.
something catchy, something
I've been thinking about it.
electric.
This needs to be like, I don't know.
What about Enterprise Computers?
No. No Star Trek names. I swear, I will drive this car right off this road. I will run the car right off the road.
Jesus, calm down. Seriously. Okay, nothing Trekky, Jesus.
It just needs to be like something that people will relate to, you know? Like, it needs to be something that you see and you're just like, man, I just gotta have it. Apple.
Excuse me?
Apple.
Apple like the fruit?
The fruit of creation. Apple. It's simple but sophisticated. It comes before Atari in the phone book, too.
That is so much better than phaser beam computers. That's naming it after a fruit.
Apple computer.
Well, what about Apple Records?
Apple Records?
The Beatles label.
What, they own the word Apple?
Why do you always hate the
Well,
Beatles?
I do not hate the Beatles. I do not hate the Beatles. They're not Dylan, and you know that.
And that's a comparison that you always make.
It's obvious.
And I don't think it's fair.
Apple? Really? Apple? All right, listen, if we come up with something better, we'll change it. Let's just go with it and see if it sticks.
It will display up to 192 memory locations on the monitor simultaneously. Allow me to explain, because it's quite fascinating, actually. The logic board is rather complex, especially compared to some of the other boards here, including, of course, the Altair. And as you can see, it's much smaller and cheaper to manufacture and build, which by using dynamic RAM, we were able to shrink the size of the board substantially.
So it works with your television?
Yes, 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 yes. It will work on any television or video monitor. All you need is a radio frequency converter to display the images from your microprocessor to your said output device. And it'll run BASIC. It will also run BASIC, which I think could be a great... So I guess that wraps it up. Thank you very much for your time. This was terrific. Good luck. Tough crowd.
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Frank. And we're here with reduced instructions at computing CPU.
Excuse me. Name's Paul Terrell. Saw your presentation.
And?
And I'd like to talk business.
What can I do for you?
Well, I own a local computer parts store in Mountain View. The Bite Shop.
Computer parts?
Yeah, we sell transistors, boards, soldering equipment, monitors, you know, hobbyist type
Like
stuff.
a Radio Shack?
No. Listen, why don't you stop by and talk to me sometime? There's my card. Give me a call.
Great.
It's nice meeting you.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. All right.
Who is that?
It's Paul Terrell.
Who?
So what kind of investment are we talking about here?
Jesus, Steve. I said I was interested, not buying.
I know, but you're also not the only interested party.
Oh, really? I'm not?
No, you're not.
That's interesting, because it sure seemed that way the other night at Homebrew.
You think that's the first stop that we made? We've been all over the valley.
Oh, well, then you already have a retailer.
I got offers. Look, Paul. My middle name's Paul. My dad's name's Paul. Bunch of Pauls. I think we're kindred spirits here. We're both businessmen that operate from our gut. And my gut tells me to give you this opportunity.
I'm thinking $400 per machine for 50 units, paid at the time of delivery.
400 for 100 units, a third up front.
We're not negotiating.
Yes, we are.
Okay. I'll pay $450 per machine. $450. On delivery, nothing up front. I know it's asking a lot, Steve, but it's a big payoff if you deliver.
When I deliver. 500 per unit, you got a deal.
All right. You got 90 days.
Well, I've been 60. Daniel and I just didn't have room at our place.
No, I'm glad you asked. Yeah, we could move some things around, give it a good cleaning. I can move most of my tools to the shed. Maybe get you boys a fan when it gets hot.
Ooh.
What do you think?
It's great, yeah.
This is perfect.
Good, well, it'd be good to see you building something. Good. Hey, keep it neat.
Inside and out.
Thanks, Mr. J.
got a shop.
Yes, we do.
How's it going?
Voila.
It's gotta be straighter. These have to be more symmetrical.
We have 60 days to complete 50 of these, and you're worried about the symmetry, Steve? Nobody cares about the look of the board.
I care.
Well, that's just great. But we were out of time the minute you made that stupid promise.
You're right. Need help. Boss.
Huh?
We got a problem.
Huh?
We gotta figure out what to do with all these employees. You know Bill.
Bill, too long, was?
How are you? Good to see you. How is
Oh,
it?
this is my friend Daniel Cocky.
Hey, I heard a lot about you. How you doing?
Cocky from India, of course. I've heard a lot about you too. Don't touch that.
It's Chris Espinosa, kid down the street I was telling you about.
Nice to meet you, fella. This is gonna be so cool.
Great. I'm so glad that you're excited about this thing we're doing here. Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Excuse me, just please stop and go over there. Just out of the way over there. We can't afford to pay 3 people right now.
We can't afford to pay ourselves unless we deliver. And don't worry about Chris. He's just a kid, so he just wants to help.
You're just a kid.
Cheese.
Thanks, Mom. So embarrassing.
Right.
As promised.
Nice board. Where's the rest?
The rest. This is all.
I asked for 50 computers. That's keyboards, cases, monitors, and power included, not just boards.
Just boards. Excuse me, just boards. These are state of the art. The logic boards alone are. Nobody's making anything like this. They're what? How dare you? How dare
I
you?
think what my colleague is saying is that you're not seeing the possibilities here. That is indeed one unbelievably kick-ass computer.
Not to the consumer.
Well, then maybe your consumer should start to learn how to operate, how to even work that.
Listen,
don't you
boys, you sold me on a home computer. That's a keyboard and monitor. This is a board. Now, I'm sure this makes a very capable starter kit, but the everyday person, the kind of person that's not an engineer or in a computer club like you, they're not gonna know what the hell this is. The average Joe doesn't want to build their own computer. They just want to buy it. They want to take it out of the box, plug it in, and have it work. Steve, are you listening to me?
These are your boards. And they will sell.
I can promise you that. You saw our demo at Homebrew. You know what it's capable of with the right components, which, by the way, all of which, you sell. So demo it to the consumer and market the components separately. You show them your keyboards and your monitors. You'll move more inventory that way, and you'll make a hell of a lot more cash. You got me.
All right, Steve. I'll try to sell them. But if I don't, I'm not making another order.
Okay, that's fine. But I think that you might be really interested in our second model.
What's the second model?
What are you talking about? All in one.
Sometimes think I'm going fast. Sometimes think I'm going slow. And sometimes think that I'm on top. Then I start falling, just can't stop. Here's the road passing by. Silver at my feet.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm Rod Holt. The technician. We talked on the phone.
Of course. It's Rod. Glad you could stop by. Welcome to Apple Computer.
All right. Show me this revolutionary piece of shit.
The Apple II. It's the first ever all-in-one personal home computer.
And you called me because?
We need a heat-efficient power supply. In the case.
That's impossible, but don't mind me. I'm just, an engineer. It's the wattage.
40 watts. And quiet.
The hell do you mean quiet?
I mean silent.
There's no such thing. These things run hot. They need fans in them. Those bitches ain't quiet.
That's exactly why we need you to redesign it.
Redesign what?
The power supply. From scratch. It can't have a fan. It can't overheat. And it needs to fit inside a box. This size.
Don't do that. Please don't do. Whatever you do, whatever you want. My rate is $200 a day. And if I ever think things aren't working out, I walk. Are we clear?
We're clear. We're talking about the future. We're working in a market that doesn't even exist yet. What Intel has done for the microprocessor, we're going to do for the home computer. How can you not know what I'm talking about? No, ma'am, but it runs on a TV monitor. Yes, like a television set, exactly. I don't think you understand it. It's not a TV, it's a personal computer. Okay, do you own a typewriter? Great. Okay, now, do you use it? Perfect. So imagine combining your typewriter with your television set. No, wait. Please, sir, don't hang up. Yes, we are small right now, but how do you know we're working out of our garage? Who told you that? Yes. Well, thank you for taking the time. Yes, sir. Apple computer. Apple? Yes, like the fruit. What's that? No. All I'm asking is that you come visit us. One meeting, and I promise you'll be on board. Around $50,000 would be my guess. Hello?
What do they say?
What the hell is the matter with people?
Take it the call went well.
I would say I hope you choke, but that burrito's gonna kill you either way.
Oh, come on, Steve. Cool your jets, man.
Excuse you?
Just, you're so stressed, you know? It's like, relax for a change.
Why? Why? So I can be more like you two assholes?
Hey, I'm studying integrated circuit design here, man.
Are you?
We each do our part.
Really? Then why do I suddenly feel like your part is expendable? Out here smoking up like we're in India. Well, wake up, we're not! What happened to you? You used to be...
What? I used to be what?
Motivated.
I am motivated.
Really? Then show me. This is a business, Daniel. And I can't help you if you don't help yourself. I'm in there making 100 phone calls. Rod is slaving away. The kid always finds something to do, and God knows Woz pulls his weight.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of weight.
That kind of hurts my feelings.
Whoa. Is this the right Apple computer?
Yeah, this is us.
Yeah. You expecting something else?
No. Well, yeah, maybe something a little less Manson family.
Startup.
Yeah. I'm Mike Markula.
Steve. Chops.
Steve, I heard a lot about you. You spoke to Don Valentine on the phone. He and I are old colleagues of sorts.
The VC from Atari.
Yeah, Valentine. He said you called him 150 times. Jesus.
He practically begged me to come and look at your outfit here. Called in a personal favor.
Oh, well, Mark.
Mike.
Welcome to Apple Computer.
Thank you. Yeah, is this
everything?
Yes.
No, we're in 6 stores in the greater area. We'll be launching the Apple II in about a month.
In a few months.
It's close.
Gentlemen, is there some place we can talk?
Here you are, fellas. For you.
Steve's a fruitarian. He will only eat fruit.
Okay, boys. I'll leave you to your business.
Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mrs. J.
You're the best.
So, where were we?
I'm sorry, don't take this the wrong way, but what's your angle?
What my colleague's trying to say is...
Where was your last employment?
Intel.
So how much are we talking about here?
What, the investment?
That's what you came here for.
Foreplay's not Steve's strong suit.
Isn't it?
Yeah, well, I've been looking for something to really sink my teeth into. Look, Steve, I'm willing to take the risk. And this certainly qualifies, but risk disguises promise, and you've shown promise. I've seen it in your eye, and I know that look because I've had it myself. Tells me you're onto something big. Yeah, okay, to the point. I think we should start with around 90 grand, see where that takes us.
Okay, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
I'm sorry. $90,000 isn't going to get it done.
Wait, Steve, 1 second.
I don't see anybody else coming in your garage with a checkbook.
Oh,
No, 90 grand gets it done for us. I just don't think it gets it done for you. We'll do the $90,000 investment at a $300,000 valuation, but I also want you to kick in a $250,000 credit line with 10% interest to be paid back in full once we meet net revenue positive.
Okay. What I mean is okay. Yeah. Now, the first thing you need to do is incorporate so that you two as owners can protect your interests. And that is, of course, if you'll have me aboard.
Thank you very much, Mr. Markle.
Of course, Mike. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, put her there, Bill. Bill, right?
Fernandez.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Yeah, Steve. Here's to you, pal.
Are you even listening to me? I'm pregnant. Steve, you have to talk to me. This is your responsibility, too.
Don't you dare blame this on me.
I'm not.
We both had our moments of
What? What the hell are you talking
You.
about?
when I was in India. You were with, you know.
Steve, are you crazy? You cannot put this all on me.
You can't do this to me right now. Not now.
Well, I'm sorry this isn't part of your plan.
I'm sorry you have a problem. But it's not happening to me.
But this is your...
No! Get out of my house.
What?
Now.
Hey, is everything okay out here?
Steve, he's kicking me out. He doesn't want anything to do with me.
Maybe it's for the best. You don't deserve to be treated the way he treats you.
I'm pregnant, Daniel.
What, you...
He says it's not his, but I would never. What did I do wrong?
You didn't do anything wrong. It's Steve. That's just him. He changed.
Okay, ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steve Jobs. When I founded this company, I had one goal in mind, and that was to do what nobody else considered possible, to put the power and the beauty of the world's most advanced technology in the hands and homes of people just like you and me. And I can promise you that after today, you will never look at computers the same way again. So I am proud to introduce to you and the world the future of personal computing, the revolutionary Apple II.
As soon as you are able, woman, I am willing to make the break that we are on the brink of. My cup is on the table, my love is spilling, waiting here for you to take and drink of. When you're tired of the same old story, oh, cut some pages, roll the changes, keep on rolling, keep on rolling. Keep on rolling, keep on rolling.
You gotta just start over. It has to be intuitive, precognitive. I mean, I wanted to know what you want to do before you even know you want to do it.
Wait, are we still talking about the command prompts?
Bill, we're talking about everything. The whole thing. Lisa. Guys, it's the future. I'm telling you right now. I mean, Lisa's gonna do for the next 10 years what the Apple II did for the last 3. I can tell you that right now. Do you know why people buy an Apple? Why do they buy an Apple, not the competitor? Because it's got bravado. It's social status. No, you know what? It's even more than that. It's social currency. We've raised the bar. And if we want to stay there, we got to risk everything. Great artists, Dylan, Picasso, Newton, they risk failure. And if we want to be great, we got to risk it too.
On the command bar?
On everything. And it starts with the little things.
There's over 20 different functions tied to every single variation of the command bar, which, by the way, takes weeks to program.
We're not doing anything that IBM's not already doing. And I would rather gamble on our vision than make a Me Too product. We got to make the small things just unforgettable. Let's just start with something simple. Lisa Wright. What happens if I click on one of these tabs?
You get a drop-down menu, and then there's preferences and page options.
Okay, exactly. Now, which tab do I click on to get different font styles? How many custom typefaces are there on Lisa Wright?
That's actually something that I wanted to talk to you about, Steve.
I've been asking for the fonts for months.
But everything we're talking about is conceptual, and I'm sorry, but typeface, it isn't exactly a pressing issue right now.
Everything is a pressing issue. If we want to make the vision for Lisa a reality, we got to put in the hours and make something great.
Yeah, but we have a hard date on this software, and I'm sorry, but adding pretty fonts is not going to change that. I mean, Bill?
If you don't share our enthusiasm and care for the vision of this company.
No. I'm not understanding.
Get out.
What?
Get your shit and get out. You're done.
What are you gonna fire me?
No! I already fired you! Why are you still here?
Steve, he was our best programmer in the division.
He's the best programmer that doesn't care about our vision.
Okay. Look, I know it's not my place to say it.
Then
but
shut the hell up, Bill!
So sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Jobs, but your attorney's here for your 8 o'clock.
All right. I want to see samples this afternoon. Somehow, we managed to design a word processor that doesn't have fonts. And it can't happen again. So fix it!
I moved up here 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and you're 10 blocks from Phoenix.
Steve, hey.
Daniel.
Hey, do you have a second to talk? I thought we rescheduled. It'll only take a second.
That's what everyone says.
Steve.
Fine. I don't have a lunch, so meet me at Good Earth at noon.
Okay.
Cool. What are you working on these days?
Oh, Apple II Plus repairs mainly.
Right.
I need you to sign this. It legally preserves your visitation rights.
I don't want them. Lisa Brennan is not my child.
The courts disagree.
Chris Anna's a lunatic. It's impossible. At the very least, improbable.
You knew going into this the paternity test could prove that you were the father.
There are 24 million people in California. That test has a 5% margin of error. That's 1.2 million people that could be the father of that child. And it's not me.
You don't need to convince me, but you do need to sign this. Miss Brennan is entitled to your child support, regardless of whether you sign it or not. Do you really want to give up the rights to see her child in the future?
I don't have time. Not now.
Stephen, as a father, I implore you to sign this. Regardless of whether you think Lisa is your daughter or not, there's no risk in signing. Only the regret if you don't.
Frederick Rodney Holt, he recently made an additional preferred purchase of 106,656 shares at 19 cents a share. All right, and to be clear, this new purchase, it does not affect Mr. Holt's entitlement to founder stock.
No, not at all. Steve?
No. Rod gets his tip.
Daniel Kotke, engineering technician, founding employee. Now, at our last meeting, I don't believe that we met a consensus as to Mr. Kotke's entitlement to founder stock.
Well, in all honesty, to be rewarding Daniel with the same amount of stock as Rod seems a bit unfair, doesn't it?
Yes. Daniel gets nothing.
Nothing? Don't you think you should think about what you're doing for a second?
I have thought about it. Daniel gets nothing.
Yes, sir. It's noted.
What? Any low-grade technician could do his job. I've been feeding him for years. It's not personal.
Don't give me that bullshit, Steve. Of course it's personal.
He can barely do his job. If we give Daniel preferred stock, some engineer with 10 times his talent gets nothing, then what happens?
Then we just draw this line right here, right now. Okay, so what are you talking about, management or?
Management and engineers.
Yeah, this means...
I know what it means, Mike.
Thanks.
You know what, I don't...
Okay, then, shall we continue? We can assume that Bill Fernandez, Randy Wigington, and Chris Espinosa will not be receiving any options.
Drinking a beer, huh? Tomorrow's a big day for you.
For us.
For us. Mike told me about what happened with Bill and Dan and Chris and Steve. Why'd you do it?
The company outgrew them. They're not management. They're not project leads. It's not my job to be nice to people. It's my job to make them better. They don't deserve it.
Then who the hell does?
Do you know how this company works? Do you want to know? I'd be happy to teach you if you want to know.
Do you know why I started this company with you? Why I left the safety of HP for this? I doubt you do. You never asked. I left because this was my thing. And you guys thought it was cool. I just wanted to be one of the guys. And of all the guys I knew, you were the coolest. You were smart, quick-witted. This was my chance to do what I loved. And to do it for fun. That's all I ever wanted. I thought that's what you wanted too. Something's happened to you, Steve.
I'm growing up lost.
No. No, you're not.
And now, turning to big news in business, Apple Incorporated is making headlines once again. On Wall Street, the tech titan Apple went public this morning to incredible market interest, as 4.6 million shares of its IPO were sold within an hour of the opening bell. Wall Street executives had forecasted a big day for the growing technology company, but experts now say Apple's day exceeded the market's wildest expectations. It was the most
Business as usual, guys. There's work to be done, people. I had some fun ideas.
This is it for me, Bill. I'll see you when I see you. I'm gonna get out of here.
I'll call you later. All right.
Hi. Could you please tell Mr. Markle we're here? Thank you.
Yes, sir, Mr. Rock.
Gentlemen?
Mike, please. Have a seat.
something we need to talk about, and I don't think you're gonna like it. It's Steve. He's hemorrhaging the company's dollar on fantasies that simply are not possible with the Lisa computer.
Yeah, but Steve's been doing the impossible ever since this company was in a garage.
Mike, I love everything Steve represents. You know that. But he's like a kid in a candy store, and we've given him the keys.
Yeah, but it's his candy store.
You're never gonna see a personal computer where the keyboard's attached to the machine again.
Mike, it's a problem. The bigger problem is that he is ridiculing IBM. Jobs took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal taunting the biggest computer company on the planet. Congratulations on your first personal computer. He's trying to start a war with IB-fucking-M.
I'm fully aware of the ad.
Then do something about it.
Listen, Arthur, you know he's right. 3 years ago, IBM had no interest in the personal computer, and now look at them. They followed us. Think about it.
We have, Mike. And I'm sorry, but the board is unanimous. Steve will no longer be involved in Lisa's development, period.
What is this, Arthur? Some sort of power play? For 18 months now, you've offered nothing but support. And now you want to try and take jobs off of his own team?
I don't want any of this, Mike. But you have to try to look at it from the shareholder's perspective. Steve is great. He's great.
Yeah, he's great.
But he's a time bomb. And it's our job to defuse him. So take care of it.
I don't give a shit what the board thinks.
It's the time you're taking. Your perfectionism. They're looking at losses in the millions before this thing even gets off the ground.
They're not seeing the big picture.
That's right. The shareholders don't see past their own shadows. They're only concerned about the here and the now. And the board has got blinders on. If they could see you, they take them off. They'd see you the way I see you, the way your employees see you.
Son, it's my project. It's mine. And they're taking it away from me?
You're letting them take it away from me.
Bullshit, Steve. You know that's not true.
There are more Apple IIs teaching more subjects in more schools than any other computer. Everything from alphabet lessons for preschool to science programs for graduate school. So whatever Brian wants to be, an Apple personal computer can help him be it. The Apple II. There's no telling how far it can take you.
Anything? How about it, fellas? You covered lots of trials. I'm sorry, but I have to make it right. The problem just moved in here where it can never get out. I figure we have a little courtroom right in here. Judge, jury, and executioner. Now that doesn't make any sense. Well, you haven't seen as much of murder as I have, Mr. Cross. I'd rather have the judge give me the work than have to do it myself. Right here in solitary. So what? So you go right on punishing yourself. You can't get away with it.
Hi, I'm Gabe Kaplan. Take the Pepsi challenge. Let your taste decide. Right, guys? Okay, now I want you to tell me which one you chose. Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, it's Mike.
Hey.
Hey, I think I may have found a project for you. It's more of an R&D outcast than anything, but it's actually a project you approved some time back. I think you should look into it.
So this is the Macintosh team.
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
Nope. It's just Steve.
Yeah, it's really good to see you, Steve.
Bill acts. And it's good to see they got 8 players over here.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Steve Jobs.
What's your name?
Burl Smith.
Burl Smith.
Oh, sorry for the mess. We're just a bunch of degenerates, so.
It's okay. I like degenerates.
Yeah.
Who's your project lead?
Jeff Raskin. I don't know where he is.
Jeff Raskin. Okay, I'll deal with that. I'll be taking over now.
Sorry, taking over, like, the entire Macintosh project?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Where's your design team?
Yeah, your team and...
Just show me your current build.
Well, obviously, ease of use is a big feature here. We're trying to develop a simpler interface that's geared towards the real layman end user. But we're kind of struggling with the interface. And to be frank, the results have been...
Shit.
Yeah.
What's it got under the hood?
Standard kick-ass stuff, 64K RAM, 256-bit map display, Motorola 6809.
We're gonna run the 68,000.
But dude, that's Lisa's processor.
That's correct, dude. I don't care what the budget is. Give me that processor.
Done.
Hey, Steve. How are you, man?
Chris Espinosa.
Yep.
You're working on the Macintosh?
Yeah.
Good. Good, this is gonna be fun. Okay, let's go back to what you were saying before. This thing is for the everyman, right? That's our end user. It's the school teacher. It's the garbage man. It's the kid. It's some grandma out in Nebraska, right? So we need to make this thing simple. It's gotta work like an appliance.
Hey, Jeff. Steve Jobs is here. Since you weren't around.
Some of the project leads were having a meeting with Motorola. Why exactly are you here?
I'm here to help build the Macintosh.
I'm not sure that that's practical for us. We're actually trying to avoid this project becoming another overbloated disaster.
Okay, Jeff. You got my attention.
Look, Steve, you didn't want to be involved back when we started this thing, and that was fine by me. I just wanted you to cut the checks. Be involved, just don't turn Macintosh into a measure of revenge for you. Everyone knows about your fallout with Team Lisa, so trust me when I say we're doing fine.
Okay, Jeff. Let's get a couple things straight. We don't do fine. And we don't accept things the way that they are. And we don't stop innovating. Now, your machine lacks power. And your little interface, it needs work. And I'm here to help with that. Now, I'm not trying to take Macintosh away from you. I want you on this team. But you can either get on board or you can get the fuck out. Okay, and we got a lot of work to do. So let's get to it. Bill, you come with me.
Okay, where are we going?
Recruiting.
Hey, Steve.
Hold these for a second.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What's going on? What are you doing? Steve.
You're on the Macintosh team now.
What's a Macintosh?
Andy Hertzfeld, are you good? I only want good people working on Macintosh, and I'm not sure if you're good enough.
Excuse me?
Bill Atkinson says that you're good.
Yes, I think I'm pretty good.
Are you creative?
I think so.
Welcome to the Macintosh team.
I'm tired of saving your ass, kid.
You love saving my ass.
I want my own engineering team.
You can pick them yourself.
And I am done working under the gun of your ridiculous deadline bullshit.
You might as well be asked for a date with her.
I want that too. Serious, Steve.
So what is this, Steve? Some sort of performance review?
How are things going on the 2E?
Things are great. Really great.
You're bored to death, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
You
You're trying to recruit me for the Mac team, aren't you? Okay, I'm in.
You gotta have a problem that you want to solve, a wrong that you want to right. And it's gotta be something that you're passionate about, because otherwise you won't have the perseverance to see it through. I don't ever want to hear you tell me that you can't make it faster. I mean, millions of people are gonna buy this machine. I mean, we can't look at the competition and say we're gonna do it better. We have to look at the competition and say we're gonna do it differently. We have an opportunity to build a revolutionary machine. And in your life, you only get to do so many things. And right now, we've chosen to do this. So let's make it great. No, it's not. It's insanely great. We should try to get more memory into it if we can. We can still hit the timeline. Take a look at it.
This little Macintosh side project has gotten out of hand, Steve. Way beyond the pale. First, you created a $10,000 monstrosity with Lisa, and now you've poured millions into what was supposed to be a minor diversion. You've missed multiple ship dates, and meanwhile, IBM is just purring along.
Steve, people don't use computers the way you think they do. How are we even supposed to market the Macintosh?
We don't. You gave me 5 candidates for CEO. You're gonna let me choose. I say we choose someone with a marketing background to help us sell what's never been sold. Now, while I would like to run my own company, Mike has helped me understand that you don't think I'm ready.
Yes, because you're not.
Okay. Well, I want John Scully.
John Scully.
President of Pepsi-Cola.
The Pepsi Challenge guy.
He's smart, he's a marketing genius, and he'll do whatever it takes to succeed.
Steve, Scully is a tough get. Maybe the toughest on our list. What the hell makes you think you can get him? Why would he ever leave Pepsi?
Nobody remembers the world's best soda salesman. I need somebody I can trust.
You can make a great product, but you have to convince people that what you're selling is greater. We're not selling computers. We're selling what they can do with a computer. A tool for the mind. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is limitless. Because people will never stop believing that they can get more out of something, whether it be their jobs, their marriage, their money, their lives. That's what you have to do with the Mac. It's the belief in the limitless, the impossible, that no matter what you dream, you can do it. And Mac will help you get there. A few months ago, when Steve was visiting me in Manhattan, he asked me a very important question. He said, "Do you want to sell sugar water for the rest of your life, or come with me and change the world?" Well, here I am. Thank you.
It is now 1984. It appears IBM wants it all. Apple is perceived to be the only hope to offer IBM a run for its money. Will Big Blue dominate the entire computer industry? No! The entire information age? No! Was George Orwell right about 1984?
Today we celebrate the first glorious anniversary of the information purification directives. Created for the first time in all history, a garden of pure ideology, where each worker may bloom, secure from the pests. Our hands shall draw themselves down. Human force is more powerful than any fleet created for the first time in all history. We shall prevail.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
Great work.
So much sponsor.
It's a revolution. It's a revolution.
You think's a game changer. You really outdid yourself, Steve.
Hey, why don't you give me a call? Grab some dinner or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like that.
Steve.
Arthur.
Great job up there.
Thank you.
Steve, I want you to know that we believe in you. I hope you know that.
Thank you, Arthur.
What was that?
What?
Buck, you just said something, we believe in you? What's going on?
Yeah, it's the Macintosh. You know, we had him run the numbers 100 different ways, 100 times
The
over.
market of the Macintosh.
Yep. If we keep it as is, we'll be hemorrhaging money by launch date.
You're gonna price out the consumer.
Well, we can't take the risk of flattening our profits.
We can't have it both ways. I mean, you insisted on the most expensive hardware. The Mac was originally much cheaper.
Jeff Raskin designed a $1,000 box. I made it great.
If you want the company to remain profitable...
Whose idea was this?
It's a group decision.
Whose idea was this?
It was mine. Not Michael's, not the board. It was me.
We don't do this, John. IBM does this shit. Steve, not Apple, not me.
Look, don't make me the villain because I'm looking out for our company's best interests. Steve. Some things have to change. If you keep heading down this path, I will not be able to protect you.
They got to you.
They?
How'd you get this?
Arrived yesterday. It's pre-beta, obviously, but it's, well...
It's a blatant ripoff.
Give me Bill Gates on the phone. Let me make this perfectly clear, Bill, so that when I'm finished, you can still see through those thick, pretentious glasses, you psychopathic, unimaginative criminal. You stole my software, and I can prove it in court. And I'm gonna sue you for every cent that you have ever made. And I will make it my life's mission to see to it that you never, never, ever make another dollar that I don't first take 90 cents.
I can only assume that you are all as irate as I am, and you're simply too dumbfounded to speak. Mr. Jobs promised us 1 million units. We have yet to reach a quarter of that. Something has to change.
With 2 failed projects, overextended R&Ds, and a Microsoft fiasco, we're about to experience the first quarterly loss in company history.
IBM beat us to market by 2 years with a better product and better sales. The Macintosh is not even a toy, it's a joke. IBM has now moved on to mini decks, and so should we.
What are you getting at, Arthur?
Gentlemen, I believe it's time to reconsider the viability of the personal computer. Steve, anything to say?
What would you have me say, Arthur? You raised our price. Don't put that on me.
The problem is not the price, Steve. It's your product. You overhyped the Mac. You told people to wait. You sold the future of the Macintosh. And as a result, we lost 2 years of sales.
It's not my fault.
Well, it sure as shit is somebody's fault.
Well, I'm not receiving any support. You're stripping me of my resources and dumping millions into the Apple II.
Do you know why we keep dumping millions into the Apple II? Because it sells. It's 70% of our revenue. How's the Mac doing?
I made my opinion perfectly clear. If you want to keep sucking on the tailpipe of IBM, then I can't stop you. But I will not take the blame for the failures of some court jester.
All right, this is crazy, Steve, right?
No. To whom are you referring, Steve?
I don't know, Arthur. You tell me.
John, you're awfully quiet.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just at a loss for words.
Head of marketing. Pepsi genius. Lost for words. It's him. Not the Mac. What the cost of that process was.
Oh, I'm sailing away, my own true love.
$10,000 price tag.
I'm sailing away in the morning. Here's something I can send you from across this sea.
Goes against him, not against Mac.
It's ironic, isn't it? You chose Dylan, I chose the Beatles. Seems so backward now.
What? So what are you doing here?
Good to see you too, Steve.
I'm a little bit busy. Do you mind if we talk later?
Yeah. This'll only take a minute. I'm leaving, Steve.
Okay.
No, Steve. I'm leaving Apple. For good. Actually, I already did. I thought I should come back and tell you first.
Why?
We both knew this was coming for some time. I don't even remember the last time we talked.
What do you want from me, then?
Not everyone has an agenda, Steve.
Right.
You know, I can still remember when we were just kids, back in your dad's garage. We just wanted to create cool toys for people like us. You remember that?
Yeah.
No, it's not about people anymore for you. No, it's about the product. Worst of all, it's about yourself. You're the beginning and end of your own world, Steve. And it's so small. So sad. And it's gotta be lonely. And I know you're gonna say that the product and the person need to be connected and all that, but it'll never be what you think it will. It just won't. No, not for a long time, at least. I don't know what you think is going on, Steve, but I do. And it doesn't end well for you. And I'm not sticking around to watch. It's been a journey. And for the record, I love what we did.
Ever you, my love, must think that way. I'm sure you're mine as a woman. I'm sure your thoughts are not with me, but with the country to where you're going.
Hi, you've reached John Scully. Please leave a message.
Hey, John, it's Steve. We're still partners, John, you and I. Now, we're in this together. And if you just give me a call back, that'd be great. Hey, Mike. It's Steve. Could you give me a call back? Please?
John, you have to take control now. Do you have any idea how close our shareholders are to a panic? The implications of your inaction? Forget your job. The entire company is at stake here. This could ruin everyone.
I know, Arthur, but I still think that we can salvage this.
Can't salvage anything. I doubt.
Steve. Mike? John? Steve? Arthur?
What the hell are you doing here so early?
I could ask you the same question.
This is good. Steve, why don't you join us this time? Have a seat.
This time?
Steve, have a seat. John?
Arthur, I don't want to.
Yes, you do. Say it. Tell him what you've told me.
I find it increasingly difficult to do my job when the greatest obstacle in my path casts a looming shadow over everything I try to do. What does Steve. You are your own worst enemy. And this company's.
It's unbelievable. Who do you think you are?
I'm CEO of Apple Computer.
Hiring you was the worst mistake I have ever made.
Steve, it doesn't have to be this way.
Okay, that's done.
Boards don't run companies. The people who create the product run the company. He has the nerve to tell me we should have used the 512.
We told them that it needed the 512.
Well, we said not to use the 128.
We knew 128 kilobytes wasn't going to get it done when we built it.
Scully is leaving for China tonight. He's going to be there for a week, so we got time. We just got to recruit.
Steve, Scully's going to find out, and then what happens, you know? He's the CEO of the company now.
Well, for now, but we have the people who make Apple.
Oh, hey, Mike, we're just getting started. Guys, give us a second.
John's canceled his trip. He's having an executive staff meeting first thing tomorrow. So, I didn't come to join your revolution. I came to warn you. He wants to make absolutely sure you're nothing more than a figurehead. No power, no title, no team. I remember thinking when we first met that you were remarkable. You wanted to do something truly great. And I did too.
I still do.
Raise the white flag. Concede to Scully, I'm begging you. No, you can't win this one.
Whose side are you on? Mike, because there are sides now. And you're either with me or you're against me. Are you with me, Mike?
Yes, Steve. I'm with you.
Okay. Okay.
Those in favor of John Scully? All in favor of Steve Jobs? Mike, every board member's vote must be accounted for. Mike?
Scully. Vote for Scully.
So, now what do we do?
Apple's market value has eroded in the past several years, which led to the ousting of former chief John Sculley in 1993.
Ed Woolard, former CEO of DuPont, has joined Apple as chairman of the board.
New CEO Gil Amelio says sweeping changes are necessary.
Jobs' computer software company Next has entered into buyout talks with his former company, Apple Computer.
Will you wake up Lisa and see if she wants breakfast?
Yeah. Lisa? Lisa? Come on. Are you gonna sleep all day, huh?
Go away.
Come on. I say all day 'cause it's 10 o'clock. Lorene made you breakfast.
I'm not hungry.
Well, you can't sleep all winter break.
Yes, I can.
Reed, can we not run in the garden, please? Thank you.
Were you able to get Lisa up?
Well, how can a human being sleep that much? I don't know if she's coming or not.
Well, I'm going to the farmer's market today. Just gonna get a few things. You have any plans? You want to come with me? I said, do you have plans today?
Well, Gil Amelio is going to stop by. They're transitioning in some of our software.
Okay.
I'm just helping him out. They just need a little help. Oh, boy. I'm in trouble, aren't I?
Steve, what can I do to convince you to come back?
What can you do to convince me I wouldn't be bored in the Titanic, Gil?
Because I know how you feel about Apple. What Next could never be. Plus, you know, considering that you now own 1.5 million shares of Apple, I mean, that's a tangible investment, too.
Well, you guys must be pretty desperate.
We're not desperate.
How are things going with the Newton?
Look, don't blame me for the failures of the last regime. It's not as bad as you think.
You're overseeing massive layoffs. Apple's stock just set another record low. And you're 4 months from insolvency, Gil. I'd say that's pretty bad.
Well, yeah, in order to fix what's broken, some sacrifices are necessary. All right, Steve, what do you need? Name it. Steve.
Gil.
Steve.
Mike.
It's nice to see you.
Come on, I'll show you around.
No, Gil, don't worry about it. I'll give him the tour.
You sure?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Well, that's great. You guys go ahead. I'll catch up.
Something I always wanted you to know, Steve. was never my call.
Let's not do this, Mike.
No, this is important. You know, I tried. I wanted you here, I always did. It's too bad it took me so long to get you back.
I'm not back.
Yeah, you will be.
We'll see about that. You know, I'm gonna show myself around. I'll take it from here.
Son of a bitch.
Who did these?
I did, sir.
Who are you?
Jonathan Ive. I'm Director of Industrial Design.
Why are you still here?
It's 11 a.m. on a Monday.
No. Why are you still here at Apple? This isn't the company I built. There's no taste, no style, no design. So unless they're shackling you here, why do you stay?
Well, sir, I guess I would say there are still those of us that believe in what Apple stood for. What you stood for.
What do you think I stood for?
I think you believe that the computer or the Walkman or whatever it may be should be a natural extension of the individual. And it's that mission, that devotion to quality and ideals and heart. That's what keeps us here. That we might do it once more.
Okay. Whatever you're working on, the rest of the day I want you to forget it. I want everyone to design something new. I don't care what it is, I don't care if it's technology, just create something. Something useful. Something you care about.
Steve. We're glad you're back.
I'm not back. Yet.
We spotted the ocean at the head of the trail. Where are we going? So far away.
Steve.
Somebody told me.
Ugh.
Junk.
Steve, you met our chairman, Ed Woolard.
Steve?
Hi.
Look, I know all about the bad blood you must taste. And I understand your hesitation to trust me. But I just want you to know, I am not Arthur Rock. I'm your friend.
Okay.
So, can we take a minute to talk?
Apparently.
Today's paper. I'm sure you've seen the news.
Sorry, Ed, you're gonna have to be more specific.
Our shares dropped 7.5%. overnight. It's the lowest it's been in 10 years.
Last week, an unidentified investor dropped 1.5 million shares. Put a real scare into the marketplace. See?
1.5 million shares. Wow. I guess the stockholders must be getting restless.
We want you here, Steve.
Want here? As a consultant.
As CEO.
CEO?
Yeah, at least in the interim.
And Gil?
Well, Gil's halfway out the door. He has to see the writing on the wall, at least if he's not too proud to admit it.
Oh, he's gonna try to force you out. Make a case against you.
Where have I seen this before?
Gil's on the ledge. He doesn't have a play here. All we need is a little push from you. If you want to get back what you lost, this is the time.
I never lost it. It was stolen from me.
There's no sex left in computers. No curves. You know, if computers are for art and beauty and global interconnectivity, why are they so ugly? You know, it should be artful. But no one cares. The world may mistakenly see computers only in black and white, but we live and we dream and we paint in color. And we think the computer should too. What do you think?
Johnny, I always want you to be honest with me. No matter what. Just be brutally honest. Understand? Understand? What do you think?
I think the blue, it's not quite right.
Here's a dopey idea. What if we put the speakers inside?
Yeah, Steve, Gil and Millie on the board are not going to allow that. No way.
We're not going to ask for permission.
Steve's done an admirable job assisting me as an advisor during this period. And while I commend his actions and his initiatives, I believe it's now in our best interest to move on and relieve Steve of his advisory role in this company.
I agree, Gil.
You do?
I do think it's time Steve step out of his current role, yes. Steve?
Thank you, Ed. I'd like to present the board my vision for the future of Apple. We're not Microsoft or Dell, so we need to stop trying to be that. We need to go back to who we are and what we do best and throw away everything else. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to build a new line of computers for the home and for the office. We're going to build a new operating system on the backbone of Next, the next generation of Macintosh. And we're going to kill every other project. Everything. This company will not make shit anymore. We're also going to double down on the advertising budget. Chiat Day will be the only advertising agency we use, just like back in the old days. In short, we're going to make Apple cool again. But I will not be able to move forward without the board's permission to operate under complete autonomy. I'll be made a full voting member of the board. And lastly, interim CEO.
Now, hold on. I'm the CEO, and this is... Look, you put me in this position. Apple is like a ship with a hole in the bottom, and it's leaking water. And it's my job to make sure that we point this ship in the right direction. So why don't you let me do my job?
All right, let's put this to a vote. Those in favor?
What the hell? Ed? Mike?
Sorry, Gil. Nothing personal.
When you grow up, you tend to get told the world is the way that it is. Your life is just to live your life inside the world and try not to bash into the walls too much. But that's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is that everything around you that you call life was made up by people that are no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. It's to shake off this erroneous notion that life is just there and you're just gonna live in it versus embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it. And once you learn that, you'll never be the same again.
But in our cash position.
Mr. CEO.
Mike.
You wanted to talk to me?
Welcome, please. Have a seat.
Ed? Hey, Gareth.
Mike.
What's this?
It's an opportunity.
I haven't seen Bernard around for a few days. Where's Catherine and Delano?
Mr. Lewis and Mrs. Hudson made a difficult decision easier by agreeing to step down from the board.
Really?
They both agreed to accept incredibly generous golden parachutes. The same opportunity is detailed inside that envelope.
So you're forcing us out?
With good reason.
And what's that?
The current arrangement is inhibiting. I can't hold everyone's hand while we cross the street, Mike.
And so your next big move is to eradicate your board, and you think you can just do that?
I'm sorry, Mike. But it's time. Take the parachute. It's more than fair.
You know, I told myself I'd be out of here while I was still in my 30s. And now look at me. I'm practically an old man. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Mike.
So, what are we gonna do now?
We're gonna put a dent in the universe.
Here's to the crazy ones. The misfits. The rebels. The troublemakers. The round pegs in the square holes. The ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. What was that?
can do whatever you want to do. Anything you want, you can do. You can ride a tiger or walk the dog. Anything you wish can be true. You can watch the world as it passes by, or you can make it stop for you. You can stay at home or brave a storm when the blizzard blows. You can dance around in the rain or watch from the window. You can lay in bed and do nothing or rise and shine. You can take whatever comes around, but please don't take what's mine. You can do whatever you want to do. Anything you want, you can do. You can say whatever you wish to say, but if you do, then please make it true. You can chase a dream in the black of night, or you can make it walk to you. You can treat the world like a piece of dust or a pot of gold. You can be a child in your heart, or you can grow old. You can laze around in your jeans or put on a suit. You can be the boss of the company or just join the queue. You can close your eyes to the dark or make it bright. You can't stop the wrongs of the world if you can make it right. You can hide at home when the soldiers start to march out. You can listen to what they say, or you can shout.